I'm living for the sick and the poor, the hungry and the shelterless, sleeping on the floor. I'm giving all I got and more. I know God bless me and open up the doors. I'm living.
All right, guys, today we have another special guest coming on. First off, before I get started, I do want to wish my veterans a happy belated Veterans Day. Veterans Day was this past week, Wednesday, and I do want to take the opportunity to say happy Veterans Day to all my battles, all the amazing soldiers and individuals I had the pleasure of serving alongside within the military. Today, I want to welcome you another guest speaker. Her name is Aneeva Dixon. She's going to grace our space today and tell you about her experience as in the military. I had the opportunity of also working with Aneeva in Germany, Wiesbaden in Germany. So it's interesting to see her transformation and her using art as a form of expression now as well. So I'll let her get all into that with you guys. And yeah, check it out. Feel free to comment below. If you like her work, she'll also be selling her work as well. And you can add her on Facebook. And all of those links will be below. So without further ado, meet Aneeva Dixon. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I literally just introduced you to everyone, but of course we're going to have some time to do that soon. But first, before we even get started, how you doing today?
I am great. Happy it's Friday.
It is. It's a beautiful Friday at that.
Yes.
Where are you right now, actually?
I'm in San Angelo, Texas.
Okay, so it's nice and warm there, right?
Yeah, it's pretty warm. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Well, today, guys, this is the amazing, beautiful veteran, Aneeva Dixon. And like I stated earlier, we had the pleasure of serving together in Wiesbaden, Germany. And she'll talk more about her other military experiences as well. And as you can see, she has this amazing piece in back of her. So we're
Thank you.
more into that as well. But of course, before we get started, Aneeva, I would love for you to tell everyone about yourself.
Okay, well, I am Aneeva Dixon, as she has said before. I've been in the military for just over 11 years, just a long time.
Yeah.
I'm married, have 2 kids. Right now, we are in San Angelo. Both of us, my husband and I, are both instructors here for the analyst course.
Nice.
And we are almost out of here, headed to Maryland. So that's pretty exciting. Looking forward to a new move in a new area.
Nice. It's about that time. You ready?
Yes.
Nice. Okay, and then I stand corrected, guys. I said veteran. Aneeva is actually still serving our country, and her alongside her husband as well also serves. So that's a beautiful thing. And I want to say thank you ahead of time for even taking the time out and coming on the show to My Art, My Wounds. So
Well, thank you for the invite.
Of course. So even better, guys, we have a true person still in the fighting, with her, got to lace up her boots and got to still go into work. So, even interesting to talk about as well. So to segue from that, I would like to know how many duty stations have you been in? Where were those particular stations, if you don't mind?
So my first duty station was Fort Gordon in Georgia. I've been there twice, and then met you in Germany. So that was the third place. And then actually here. So I haven't been too many places. I just rotated from Fort Gordon to Germany, back to Fort Gordon, and then sent here. So not too many places, but I will say my favorite has been Germany because of the traveling.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you were in Germany, I know, we never really got the chance to hang out one-on-one sometimes, but, we were working in the same unit with each other. And were you able to get out and travel sometimes?
I did. Okay. Yes. So we took a lot of the MWR trips only because it was cheaper. You just hop on the bus and go wherever you want to go. We went to Croatia, we went to Milan, I went to Strasbourg, What was that go? We actually drove to Luxembourg on accident, which was kind of interesting. The very first weekend we got there, we just hopped in the car and started driving, and the license plates started looking like different colors, and we're like,
What's going
I
on?
don't think we're in Germany anymore. So yeah, yeah, that's pretty much it. We drove around a lot of places, but I really can't remember everywhere.
But Germany was your favorite place. Yeah.
Yes.
Same for me. Still to this day, I still go back actually. Have you been back to visit?
I have not. I really, really want to. We were actually hoping to go back there from here, but they didn't send us. So
Okay. Dang. Well, let's talk about what you actually do in the military. In a nutshell, you don't have to go into too dense of a detail, but basically your overall, we call it MOS guys, but it's pretty much the job title of what type of work you do in the military.
So right now I'm just an instructor. I train the soldiers on how to use computers and just the basics of the MOS.
Okay.
That's really as much as I can get into.
Yeah.
But it's not as exciting as it seems. It's really not. Because I don't know if you remember, but I was really quiet.
You were
And,
extremely quiet. Yes, that's why I actually I said, guys, you were super quiet. So it's really interesting that you're talking now. So that's why I was even more excited because you were super quiet.
Yeah, and I'm still pretty quiet, which is why I was not super excited about getting the assignment of being an instructor, because I'm like, literally all I do is talk all day, and I hated the thought of that because I did not like, and I still don't really like it too much, but I do it because I have to. Public speaking.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But how are you? You said now you're a little comfortable with it now, at least a little bit. And how is that for you? Are you by yourself as an instructor? Because sometimes they have another assistant instructor or somebody like that. Is it just you?
So right now, yeah, it's just me in my class, and that's only because we're so limited. Sometimes you have a co-instructor, which is a little bit more helpful for you, because then you're not having to talk the entire time. You're not having to teach every single lesson. You can kind of tag team it and split it up. And then if you're not getting the point across to some students, they are there to offer that different perspective. So that's why it does help to have a co-instructor. Then when you're trying to deal with all these different personalities and trying to get them to understand stuff, it is a job
in itself, along with leader that you are. I know last time when we were in Germany, it did introduce you as Sergeant First Class, or are you Sergeant First Class now?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So guys, if you don't know, this is a huge role that Sergeant Dixon has. She has a lot of responsibility, selfless service galore, and Sergeant First Class is a very well-accomplished rank to gain, and I'm pretty sure she's going to go even further. So and that's another reason why you're taking this class as well, right? To ensure that your professional ranking gets higher.
So yeah, it does help when you get looked at for promotion and progression, just to have those outside of your MOS duties. So that is a plus side to being an instructor, because it does kind of set you apart from your peers. And because once you get to Sergeant First Class, or really before you get to Sergeant First Class, you don't go to promotion board. So they're not sitting there looking at you face to face. They're actually just looking at you on paper. So what have you done in your career, reading all this stuff about you? And you have to do things to set yourself apart from everybody else, because there's thousands of people that are submitting packets to get picked up for promotion.
Yeah. So again, guys, it's a very competitive. A lot of people sometimes don't understand how the military structure is. They just think, you come in, you got this job and whatnot, not knowing, especially as an NCO like yourself, you have so many job titles up under, it's not just like, hey guys, I just do my MOS and that's it. There's so much that entails you to be that leader and be that NCO. And the higher you go in rank, the more responsibility you have. So again, like, that's amazing. And I'm so happy to see you continue to prosper and continue to grow in rank and everything.
Thank you.
I want to get peel back a little bit and actually get to know you a little more. Like, where are you from and what made you actually join the military, if you don't mind?
So I'm from a small town in South Carolina. Um, Not many people have heard of it. It's called Marion. Most people only know of like Columbia or Charlotte, or not even Charlotte, but Charlotte is a area that people are like, oh, the Carolinas. Like, no, that's not even the right Carolina, but whatever.
I thought the same. So I'm sorry. Yes. Thank you for clarifying that.
So yeah, okay. So I joined when I was 22. I went to school for like almost 3 years. I was really close to finishing, and then life happened. A lot of different things happened. I made some not so great decisions, and I felt like I was just stuck because I wasn't really going anywhere. I wasn't doing anything that I wanted to be doing. And so I just so happened, I had talked to the Navy recruiter when I was in high school, and then I was like, ah, whatever. And I never thought about joining the Army. Like, that was literally the last thing that I had ever thought about doing. And then one day I was just like, I'm going to go to the recruiter office and see what they're talking about. And my dad and mom were like, well, don't sign anything, just go talk to them and hear them out, talk to the other branches too. And so I walked in there and I was like, yeah, I had a job and stuff. I was like, I need something better to do. And they started talking about like paying for my school and all this other stuff. And then of course, recruiters fill your ear up with a whole lot of stuff that's not true.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I was like, oh really? What? Okay. I'm like, yeah, sign me up. So
yes. Right now, go ahead.
Go ahead. Right up.
Mom and dad say, don't sign anything, just wait.
Like, they specifically told me not to sign anything, and I was like, no, I'm ready just to do it.
That's amazing. That's
so yeah, and I didn't know what type of job I wanted to do. I was just like, well, since I did go in and sign up without telling them, they said that they wanted me to get a desk job. So I was like, okay, well, at least let me find a desk job that way they might be a little more satisfied. So after I took the ASVAB and they called and told me what I could pick, I just randomly picked this MOS, the 35 November, because my recruiter was like, oh yeah, you can be stationed at Shaw Air Force Base, which is where I went to college at in Sumter, which is only like an hour away from where my mom and dad live. So I was like, okay, cool. Not even, I didn't even know that there was so many other places that they could send us. So I'm like, yeah, I'll probably be stationed in Sumter. All I'm doing is this particular thing all day. That's cool, whatever. First duty station, luckily, was Fort Gordon, which was not too far from home. So they were good with that. But yeah, I got kind of suckered in, but I needed that because I needed to get away. If I didn't get away, then I don't know what I'd be doing right now, honestly.
Nice. Well, that's amazing. It seems like that was the right choice for you, whether you knew why you were doing it or not. Even though after your mom and dad say, just listen to them and just wait, but you were like, you know what, let's do it. Forget it. Let's go. So that's amazing. Where did you go to AIT? Was AIT far from home?
Yeah, AIT was actually here where I am now in San Angelo. Because I'm training the AIT soldiers, so we all came out here. So it's kind of my second time being here, but when I was here during training, I didn't explore the area too much because I was just here for school, which is a long time, but there wasn't much to do in this little small area.
Yeah, because your MOS is like a year almost, right? For
6 months, yeah.
6 months, okay. Okay, cool. Well, that's interesting to see you, do a 360 and come right back, to see the side of things. And that's a whole nother way.
Exactly.
That's a whole different perspective as well, right?
It is, because, when you see, and like you were saying, when you're looking outside, you don't see all the things that NCOs go through. You don't see all the extra stuff that they have to do. All you see them is, you right here, you my instructor. To me, that's your whole job. Like, I ain't worried about what you do outside of it. But now I'm just like, okay, we still have to do all the additional duties, still have to pull staff duties, still have to look after soldiers, still have to do classes for yourself, still got to go to school. It's like so much stuff that you have to do. And you just appreciate what they did so much more once you're in their actual shoes.
Absolutely. See, everything happens, for a reason. That's how I like to think about things, and also just opens up your mind as well, in my opinion, and changes your perspective on a lot of things. And like you just stated, just understanding what their shoes was like. Now, not
Mm-hmm.
actually in their shoes.
Yeah.
In them more. So that's an amazing thing as well. Did you grow up with any siblings, or was it just you?
I have my one brother. I still say like my baby brother, but he's 30, and
Oh,
I still, yeah, he's like not little
not a
at
baby.
all. Not a baby at all, but I still refer to him as my baby brother.
Mhm.
So yeah, we were like pretty close when we were growing up, but it seems like as we got to be adults, we got even closer, especially when I had the kids, because like he loves his niece and nephew and they love him. So we all got really close um, more recently.
Nice. That's beautiful. That's always important to have that strong family dynamic as well. Um,
Yeah.
I harp on like family dynamics and how I stress on how important it is to understand your family dynamic, what that means to you, and the resources that you may have. So that's amazing that you guys are even more connected now.
Mm-hmm.
Hope you know, like, sometimes in the military with people, the family actually disperse, and some people actually
Yeah.
draws away from their family or lose close friends and things like that. So that's amazing. And by the way, you have two beautiful kids, right? You have two, right?
Yeah.
Two beautiful kids. Your daughter is so beautiful. Your son is so handsome. Like, you have amazing, amazing kids. You think you're done?
Yeah. Probably so. Probably so.
Well, that's and congrats on that. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for even opening up and sharing that information. What I'm really excited to talk about, which was so new to me. I've been following you on Facebook probably since Germany days and things like that. And I started to notice you doing these amazing, pieces like you have in the back, these artworks. And I said, oh wow, because you were so quiet and because I know you for being quiet Sergeant Dixon, even though you still had such a graceful, such a graceful presence. We still, when you walked in the room, you knew Sergeant Dixon was there. You were always smiling and always happy. That's how I remember you. Like, I never seen you mad. I never seen you stressed out about anything. I never seen, and you were platoon sergeant as well, I believe, at one point as
Yeah.
time. So I never seen you like show any type of like far as negative emotions or far as just stressed out emotions. Being that you were in charge of so many soldiers down there in Germany. It's just you were super quiet. So when I start seeing this artwork, I said, oh wow, interesting. She does art. Like, I would love to see when I started to see more and I started to see you gradually progress and get more and more into it.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to really, I'm just assuming when you started, but I want to really dive into how and were you always into art?
So honestly, I was not always into art. This is something very, very new to me. And it kind of started just off of a whim, honestly. I was looking on YouTube and I was like, oh, that looks kind of interesting. I like that. I'm going to try it. And I didn't even think I would enjoy it as much as I did. So I just went out, bought some stuff. And I'm like, yeah, let me see what I can do. And because I have always liked to craft, but I just haven't been into painting.
Okay.
So my first one, I was like, oh, that's horrible. I don't know what happened. So I'm like, no, I'm not gonna let this defeat me because that's how I am.
Okay.
If I see something and I want to do it, then I'm going to try to figure out how to do it. Like, I don't care how much stuff I have to waste. I'm going to try to figure it out.
Yeah.
So then I finally got one that I really liked, and I was like, man, this is like so relaxing. Like, just doing it over and over again, it just took so much pressure off. Like, you're literally just out there. I go out to the garage, do it by myself, like while it's nice and quiet, and I just like get into my zone, and it's just so fun and so relaxing and so messy. Like, you don't have to be like well put together and all neat and stuff. You could just go out there and have fun when you're doing it. And so that's really why I just kept doing it, because I started liking the results that I was seeing, and it was just a way to kind of express yourself. And then you have to like try to be creative and come up with names for things and all that stuff. So it really like pulls out a whole lot of internal stuff, and you can just leave all your stresses on the canvas. At least that's how I see it.
That's amazing. It just makes me so happy because I don't know if you knew I was into art per se. I don't know if I discussed any of that, but I've always been into art. So I love now that I don't know if you know anything about art therapy, but we're going to get into that a little after. But when I see things like this, especially from someone that I work with, and I'm seeing you really enjoy it, it just brings me so much joy, because I'm like, oh wow, she's getting into it. And I wanted to know exactly, what are you working with? I know you said canvas, but what type of paint? Like, how are you even, you don't have to give your secrets up per se, but as far as medium wise, like, what's your medium you're using?
So I mostly use the Artist Loft paints, and sometimes I have the already mixed paints ready to pour, and then sometimes I mix it myself using their pour medium. I use water. Like, it's really simple.
Oh, okay. What?
It's really simple.
Mhm.
And so
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, and the blow dryer. So some of them you use the blow dryer on, and then some of them I started out just like literally blowing breath, but
Really?
then yeah.
And that got tiring, right?
Okay, yeah, I'm dizzy. I don't think I can do this too much
Hey,
longer.
you losing oxygen up there.
So then I moved to like the compressed air cans. And then finally I was like, no, I want the little tail looking thing, or the floral looking design. So I moved up to a blow dryer. And then sometimes I do the pour cups. I'll show you one of those in a little bit. But it's pretty much just pour art or Dutch pouring. And that's really all it is. It's super simple.
Yeah,
Because
but
I can't really draw that well. Like, I've been trying, but I cannot draw very well. So I have to stick with just putting the colors on the canvas.
and that's enough. You know, if it works for you and it's enough for you, then that's enough. You know, a lot of people have this notion of what an artist really is. Like, you have to be a Van Gogh and have to like paint this way and know how to, you know, put so much on the canvas and have to perfect it. That is totally not true. It's all about the creative process, what it feels like to you, what it evokes out of you, what it brings out of you. And like you were saying earlier, you know, you're able to express yourself. You're able to just sit there and kind of be in your zone. You know, you're there with your thoughts, with yourself. And like you said, everything just, as far as like any type of stressful things, just goes away.
Yeah.
Or also, it can also go onto the canvas as well. Like interesting colors that you have back there. Like, what are when you're thinking about color palettes and color choice, do you just go with your intuition, or is it something you plan beforehand?
So it kind of depends. For this one, this was just pure like on the go. I'm just picking up colors, pouring them in the cup. Like, I didn't have any rhyme or reason really. I actually did. This was the first one that me and my husband did together, because we wanted to do one together. So we were like, yeah, we're gonna do like a huge one. And so he bought a bunch of different colors, and we just kind of went and pick and chose which ones we want to put in there, because he likes really, really vibrant colors. And for me, I'm more of a muted type person. I'm more of a like, I want this spectrum of color, you know, like but so he kind of got me out of my comfort zone with that one, just pulling those bright colors. But it actually turned out way better than I thought it was, and we both really, really love this one.
That's amazing. And again, the fact that you're doing it with your partner and connecting on those levels as well, creatively with your partner, just also evokes other type of emotions and expressions, and just bringing you guys even closer, you know.
Yeah.
So that's a beautiful thing. And the fact that you acknowledging that and you're recognizing, oh wow, this piece is us, it's a part of us. And like you said, you guys both loved it. So that's beautiful. Well, guys, that's one of her pieces. She has 1,000,001 pieces, and you know, whatever she wants to share with us. Like I stated, you can either send me pictures and I can put it in the video, or you can show us some that you have, or if you just want to show us that one, that's fine as well.
Okay. I have a couple that I can show. So this was one that was kind of planned out, and this has been my favorite one so far. And I just did it the other day.
Oh my God, yes, that I just seen you post that one. Oh my God, it's just breathtaking.
Yeah, I was like so happy with the way this one came out.
That is so, look at those colors, man. Wow. And that 3 colors, just 2, what is that? Like,
so this is red, black, green, and gold, because we are those are we're doing red, black, and green for Christmas, our Christmas colors this year. So I was like, maybe I'll do a couple paintings to just hang behind the Christmas, or like on the side of the Christmas tree or something. So, and I was like, I have been struggling with doing the ring pours where you can actually see the different colors, like like how you can see the different rings in here. I have been struggling doing that, and so I was like, no, I'm gonna get it. So I did this one, and I was like, I kept staring at it. I'm just like, I love this picture.
It's absolutely captivating. It really is. So I see why you just got lost and just stared at it. And that's amazing. That's your tree. You're gonna leave that for yourself, right?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna keep that one.
Do you coat it with anything like resin, or do you just?
I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I'm just waiting on it to finish drying, and I coat all of them with at least 2 coats of resin.
Look at you. Oh my God. The process and everything. You know what I mean? That's so amazing. And just to sit back and reflect on the work and like be happy and you're actually enjoying what you're doing is just a beautiful thing.
Yes.
I'm happy. I'm really happy for you.
Let's see. So this one, it was a set, but my son took the blue one. So it was kind of supposed to be like fire and ice. So I have the
nice
fire one here.
Oh, wow. That is super cool. And that resin really makes it just
oh my gosh.
Glass, you know?
Yep. I love putting resin on stuff because I started using resin on cups because I was making cups for a while. So I was like, man, it makes it look so shiny. And I really, really love the way it makes it look. Oh, I do have one. If you give me 1 second.
Yes, go ahead. Of course. The more, the merrier.
So this is, I don't know.
Oh, cool.
This one is really long. But this is like the galaxy colors. And if you look in the black, it has glow in the dark glitter.
Oh my God.
So that's supposed to be like the stars. And when you turn the lights out, it'll sparkle and glow in the dark.
Are you kidding me? That is freaking amazing. Wow. You're really getting into it. I never even seen glow in the dark. I didn't know they had glow in the dark. Like, is it glitter you say?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so do you sell these or are you just doing it solely for yourself?
So some of them I make with the purpose of keeping them so that we can decorate our house when we move. But I do sell them too. Some of them I post for sale. And then I have been doing some commissions too. So I already sent out quite a few of them.
Nice. Oh my God, that's so amazing. You hear that, guys? So if you like these pieces, first of all, they're one of a kind. You can't go to Ross or Burton's and Co Factory or anywhere to get them. This is personally, her emotions and her expression coming onto the canvas, and it's a piece of her. So if you would like to, one, support, not even a veteran, support. Well, actually, you are a veteran, but like to support a soldier that's working hard, every day. You can follow her on Facebook, and I'll leave that below as well. And I'll make sure they have all that information if you're, getting any new commissions and things like that. And how are you working? Are you do you have time to work around that? Has it become stressful, or no? Do you like just make sure you leave time to do that and work on that stuff? Also on the military side as well. Do you just balance it all out?
So for right now, because of the whole COVID situation, we kind of have a little more downtime. So I'm actually able to do art pretty much whenever I get ready to. So I'm thankful for that. Once we go back to a regular schedule, I don't know what's going to happen, but I will try my best to make time for it because I do really enjoy it, and I don't want to just let it go completely.
Nice. How does your mom, have you told any of your family members, how do they feel about you doing this? Are they excited? Do they like them?
So they do like them. I had everybody asking for free paintings, of course.
Make me one.
Yeah. I want this one. I want this one. Well, if somebody offers me money for it,
yes.
you know.
Because these materials cost, first of all.
Yeah, they are not cheap at all.
Yes, that's amazing. And then, like you stated too, like your husband did that one with you. Does your kids get involved in any way?
Yes, my daughter, oh, here it is. She did, well, she helped me do some Christmas ornaments.
Oh wow, beautiful.
So yeah, she's always like, "Do you have any of those small little canvases?"
Oh,
Yeah, so
canvas, the heart.
this one isn't a canvas, but I have let her do her own thing on some canvases that I have. I buy like the little small ones, so whenever I go out there, if she just wants to come, I'll let her do something too.
That's
And
beautiful.
apparently she likes to be an artist as well. I'm like, I'm not gonna stop you. I'll let you do it.
Yes, and that is, I'm so glad you mentioned that because that is extremely important. Especially in our culture, a lot of times, a lot of people think it's not a thing that will get you far in life, or won't make you enough money. So a lot of parents denounce the fact that their child is expressing themselves creatively so much, try to get them into sports or force them to do these things. So I'm so happy you acknowledge the fact that at an early age right now, continue to exercise her creative brain, because once you lose that, that's when we tend to just use the left side brain and forget completely about that creative side. How powerful that can be, also how healthy that is. It's super healthy, and of course it's super healing as well, in my opinion. So I love the fact that you said, you're encouraging her to do all that she needs to do when it comes to art. So hopefully she keeps it up.
Yeah.
Because kids, they like one thing and then they'll do something else, especially boys.
Oh yeah. My son he'll take paintings if I do. He's like, oh, I like this one, but he's not doing any painting right now. He's all about sports.
Which is great, as well. Well, thank you so much again for coming on My Art, My Wounds with Nikki Woods. And before we go, I just wanted to end with asking you a specific question. In your opinion, one, have you ever heard of art therapy? Second, if you have heard, what is your idea of what art therapy is?
So I hadn't really heard about it until I saw you talking about it at one point. I think you had mentioned it. And so what I thought when I think when I hear art therapy is maybe they get to pretty much express themselves or work through something by doing art. And I don't know if it's like specific to like painting or drawing, or if it's just like if it includes all the arts. So I'm not sure about that, but I think that's kind of what it is.
Exactly. You're absolutely right. So there's no right or wrong answer. I just like to ask people these questions to raise more awareness about art therapy, because it's a lot of people that do not know about it and not aware about it. And especially for my veterans, I want my veterans to know that that option is out there for us. I'm trying to, bring awareness to it, one, not only in a better community, but in the VA itself. Because a lot of times the VA, have your typical therapist, counselor, things like that, psychiatrist, but art therapy is missing. So exactly what you said, that's what it is. Helping you get through something, whether it's traumatic experiences, whether it's just things that you just want to get through personally. It don't always have to be something as big as depression or anxiety. It can be something as wanting to love yourself more, wanting to practice. But it is an extremely useful tool. And it's just like therapy, and as serious as counseling as well. But we give you other tools, like you stated, and these tools range from every different medium. It doesn't have to necessarily be paint. And just what we're there to do as an art therapist is to be there to help you and to coach you through that process, and to create just that safe space. Because although it's art making and it's the creative process, it can get a little scary. And we are there to make sure we keep you some sort of safe zone and grounded, and just helping you throughout the way when you don't have the words to say, because not everybody can just talk about what's really going on. So art is such a powerful way to just get straight to, not straight to, because sometimes you don't get straight to the issue, but it's a more speedy way to expedite the process safely. Always thinking about safely. So you're just right. So I'm happy I'm happy to tell you more about it. And like you said, you didn't know before I start posting about it. So that makes it even more important to keep sharing it and spreading the word. So yeah. Again, I do appreciate you so much for coming on the show. And oh my God, I'm just so happy to see you and to know that you're prospering not only with your military career, but through the arts as well. So everybody, if you want to support Aneeva, feel free to below at her Facebook. That's what else do you have? Any social accounts?
So I do have the Crafty Neva site on Facebook, and I have an Instagram, but I have to send that to you because I honestly have not memorized my name on there.
Totally fine. I'll get those handles to you guys and I'll leave it below. So feel free to like, comment, share. And again, thank you, Aneeva. And it was a pleasure talking with you. And I wish nothing but continued success for you and your family. So please stay safe and take care. And feel free to contact me and hit me up throughout the process if you want, or if you have questions, or also if you want to refer a veteran to an art therapist.
You got it.
Thank you, love, and you enjoy it. Have a good one, okay?
You too. Thank you, and I'm proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
Just so you know.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right, you take care.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.